Your vagus nerve hijacks your prefrontal cortex before you even register stress. Conscious control is a biological illusion until one specific metabolic trigger forces your nervous system back under command. Marcus Aurelius mastered that exact physiological loophole in under 30 seconds. We call it resilience. The ancients called it the architecture of the inner citadel. You have been taught to push through, to fight the wave, to brace against the wind. But water does not break the stone by force. It shapes it by persistence, by returning, by waiting. The empire is burning around you. The mind races ahead of the body. The body reacts before the mind catches up. This is not a flaw. It is a design. We mistake the storm for the sky. We mistake the trimmer for the foundation. When the market crashes, when the phone screen flashes red, when the silence in the room grows heavy with unspoken words, you feel it in the chest first. The tightening, the shallow breath, the sudden rush of heat. That is not weakness. That is biology doing exactly what it evolved to do. Survival demands speed. Wisdom demands stillness. The paradox is this: the harder you try to control the uncontrollable, the more you fracture your own center. You do not need more discipline. You need a different lever. A lever so simple that it hides in plain sight. A lever that requires no willpower, only observation. We will return to this lever in a moment. Marcus stood on the Danube frontier. The wind cut through wool and steel alike. His legions were exhausted. The supply lines were broken. The Senate in Rome whispered treason. He did not write about conquering. He wrote about yielding. Yielding is not surrender. Yielding is redirection. He kept a journal by candlelight, not to record victories, to record adjustments. He noticed the breath, not as an afterthought, as the primary instrument of statecraft. Before the edict, before the judgment, before the march, he would pause. He would let the chest fall. He would let the shoulders drop. He understood that the nervous system is a gatekeeper. If the gate is locked, no wisdom enters. If the gate is forced open, the guards panic. The Stoic framework begins where the biological framework ends. It does not deny the pulse. It rides the pulse. Like a sailor does not command the tide. The sailor reads the tide, adjusts the sail, waits for the shift. Marcus faced plagues, betrayals, the death of children. He never claimed to feel nothing. He claimed to feel everything, without letting it steer. That is the distinction. The difference between drowning and floating. The water supports the one who stops fighting it. Look at your life today. The notifications arrive like arrows. Each one demands a posture, a response, a defense. You sit in a climate-controlled room. You wear soft clothes. You eat from clean plates. Yet your body believes it is in the wild. It floods the veins with cortisol. It sharpens the edges. It prepares for a predator that never comes. The modern world runs on friction. Algorithms are designed to keep the gate locked, to keep you reacting, to keep you spending your attention on shadows. You scroll. You compare. You measure your worth against curated light. Then you wonder why you feel hollow. Resilience is not the ability to endure noise. It is the ability to notice the noise without becoming it. When your colleague raises his voice, you do not raise yours. You feel the heat in your throat. You watch it. You let it pass through the room like smoke through an open window. When the project fails, you do not curse the sky. You sit at the desk. You open the ledger. You trace the error. The work remains. The panic dissolves. We will come back to how this changes your relationships. But first, understand the mechanism. The breath is the bridge between the automatic and the chosen. Here is the framework. 3 movements, 30 seconds. First, the anchor. Place both feet flat on the floor. Feel the weight of your body pressing down. Do not tense the legs. Allow the floor to hold you. Second, the exhale. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Do not force the air. Let it spill. Third, the observation. Name what is happening. Not the story. The sensation. Tightness in the shoulders. Heat in the face. Tremor in the hands. Say it quietly. To yourself. In the room. This is the metabolic trigger. The long exhale signals safety to the vagus nerve. The observation engages the prefrontal cortex. The anchor grounds the nervous system in the present. You have moved from reaction to regulation. You have not solved the problem yet. You have simply cleared the fog. Now the mind can see. Now the hands can act. Practice this in the small moments. While waiting for the kettle. While standing at the crosswalk. While listening to a voice you know well. Train the muscle before the storm. Do not wait for the crisis to find your footing. The mistake is expecting peace to arrive from outside. You build it inside. Brick by brick. Breath by breath. You do not eliminate the storm. You learn to stand in it without trembling. Some will say this is passive. They will confuse stillness with indifference. Indifference is a closed door. Stillness is an open window. You see the rain. You feel the cold. You do not pretend it is summer. You simply do not let the weather dictate the foundation. Remember the example on the frontier. The emperor did not command the wind to stop. He adjusted his cloak. He read the map. He marched forward. Resilience is not a shield. It is a spine, flexible enough to bend, strong enough to hold. When you practice this, you will notice a shift. The noise will not disappear. You will just stop feeding it your energy. The room will grow quiet, not because the world stopped talking, because you stopped echoing. Which one resonates more with you right now? The weight of the anchor, the length of the exhale, the clarity of the name. Sit with that choice. Let it settle. You do not need to fix yourself. You only need to return to yourself. Again and again. As the tide returns to the shore. As the light returns to the window. The citadel was never built to keep the world out. It was built to keep you in. The quiet path is yours. Walk it without hurry. The stones will remember your steps.